So we have started broadcast, and um, you will be the driver, and I'll be the navigator.
Okay.
Okay, so we what we want is to build up a string and then do a redirect on that string on that URI.
Yeah.
So let's see the kind of structure uh, that gets generated, and then we can try to replicate that.
Okay.
Okay, so if you see my screen, I'll first do the sorting one. So if I do movie underscore title, we have uh, something like this.
Yep.
So in our toggle variable, we should be getting the value which is title or release underscore date.
Right.
So if I click on this, so this string should be there in the toggle variable, and then we want to have this string and have a redirect.
Right. So essentially, we're gonna have something like for the sorting part, it's gonna be is it toggle?
Yep, and do we want to have the root URL before that?
Yeah. So the root URL, I think if we did that, it should work, right?
And then we will also need the redirect too. Yeah, I think this is what we want. Let me check slash slash question. Yeah, that looks fine to me. But should we redirect at the end, or maybe we can redirect before?
I'm not sure. Because you see, what happens is that at the end, since there's no explicit redirects, it just kind of goes to the default index template.
Yeah, but we are doing all this logic,
Yeah.
so we'll be doing that two times. But in this, if we have it before this logic, we'll just do the lower
But
part just one
the
time.
thing is, yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say that the redirect doesn't skip the logic.
Uh,
It still executes the logic in the function.
so you're saying that it will do all the logic no matter what.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works.
Okay. Okay, then let's try it out.
Okay.
So I'll move to the root URL. Okay. I
Redirect.
think we have an extra slash in the URL.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. I thought it didn't put that in.
Yeah, me too. Okay. So now if I go to the root URL,
Huh.
still doesn't work. Why is that?
But the URL looks fine.
Yeah. Oh, we are in a redirect loop.
Oh,
Okay. So maybe we can redirect to conditionally.
yeah.
So, maybe we can conditionally redirect, but the question is on what condition? Maybe we can check if the variable in the session is set.
I'm sorry if the variable in the session is what?
So right now we are only thinking about the sorting logic, right? So our sorting logic is stored in session. Uh,
Okay.
okay,
Oh, that.
so
I was wondering where that noise is coming from.
yeah, I was not sure. Did somebody else join in? I was thinking it was coming from your side.
No, no, I think somebody else was here.
Okay, I was pretty annoyed by the noise though.
Okay, so yeah.
So I
Well, I
guess
mean,
we are in a redirect loop, and we want to redirect only when our session is set, maybe.
so if our session is set to what?
Like if session sorted is not nil,
So unless it's
and because we are storing it in the second line, it would
yeah,
always not nil. Maybe we can redirect
yeah,
before. You know what we can do? Yeah, right. We can do that. And I guess since we are always going to be, so let's think about it. You know, if we have something in the session, we'll store it, we'll redirect to that URL. So now it will, the same thing will be in the params as well.
yeah,
Hmm, confusing.
yeah, yeah. Isn't this still gonna have the loop?
Yeah.
Okay, how about we do need a redirection, right? Like it has to be a redirection.
It has to be a redirection only when the session is only when the session has a value.
Mm,
Let me try it out. I'll just get rid of everything. Okay, there are no cookies. So what happens if I go to the, just go to the home page? We are still redirecting in a redirect loop. So what is happening is that our session and params both are nil. So is
mm,
toggle is nil. I
Yeah.
don't un- I don't understand. Why is it going to sorted equal to release date? We don't have any cookies.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, so let's think about it for a moment before we write anything. What happens when the user first comes to the root URL? There is nothing in the params. There is nothing in the session. So toggle would be nil. And where are we using toggle? We are using toggle right at the bottom uh, when we are doing the ordering, right? So we basically have a check. If toggle is nil, we don't do that. We just you know do the movie.where part.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay, okay, I see. So this should not redirect if our toggle is nil, right? But it's redirecting to release date. Maybe, Zarek, let's do one thing. Let's comment out the redirection part. Then I'll try to, clear any cookies, and then uh, we'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I think I've got rid of the cookie, and this is the base state. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's put the redirect back. Save, and then again do a refresh. Yeah, right now it's fine. So it doesn't redirect if it's not set. Okay, then I do some sorting. It's fine. I go to another page. This is also fine. But when I am back to movies list, my params uh, is nil. Param sorted, param colon sorted. So this would be nil. So I'll read it from the toggle, and I'll read it
Params is
from
params is
I'll
nil.
yeah, because if I now click on back to movie list, I'll not have the sorted equal to release date in the URL. It's just
Yeah.
this is just a link to the index page, just a plain old link. So in when I click on that link to the index page, now our params colon sorted is nil. So we'll be reading from the session,
Yeah. Okay.
and then we are redirecting to this URL, and now our params will be set.
That's interesting. So 15 minutes is up. We can switch.
Uh, okay. So what I was thinking is that now our params is nil. We'll be reading the value of the toggle from session.
Yep.
But if I've read it from session, I also want to redirect to the other URL.
So session sorted has.
Now session sorted has a value, whereas param sorted doesn't have a value.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be reading it from the session sorted.
Yeah.
But when I move to the next line, when I do a redirect, now the params sorted will have the value. You
You
see?
mean second? Oh, you mean
So
after you redirect, right? Yeah.
after I redirect, now the params will have that value,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and session will also have that value.
Yeah.
So we'll go to a redirect loop nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want to do? If the session is nil, we don't want to do anything. If we have read from the session, I'm really not clear how we should implement this logic. Maybe if I open a diagram or something like Paint, and I'll try to share that as well. Hmm. So this is, does it help? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, nice visualization.
Hmm. I have no idea what I want to do.
uh,
Let's close this thing.
hmm, what if we put the redirect somewhere? Like, oh, that wouldn't work. In the index, so what if we built that string and assigned it to like a an instance variable?
Oh, maybe if we read from the session
Yeah.
and then use that value to redirect to that URL, and then read from the params.
Okay.
So it's like I just read from the session. If there's nothing in the session, I don't redirect.
Yeah.
And then I do something like params sorted.
Oh yeah.
and then I can store it if toggle is not nil. You
Uh, so toggle is equal to prime sorted. Okay.
so the first time user visits the URL, session is nil. Like session sorted is nil.
Yeah.
So our toggle would be also nil and will not do the redirect. We'll read from the params, but that would also be nil.
Yeah.
So we'll not store it in the session as well. Let's say user clicks on some sorting method. Okay. So in that case, session would be nil, will not redirect because session sorted was nil. But then we'll have that value in the params sorted, and we'll also store it in the session.
Yeah.
Okay. And after that, when there is something in the session, we'll read it from the session, we'll redirect to this URL, but then again we are in a redirect loop, aren't we?
Yeah. I believe so. I think there's something about I mean, I'm not sure I know exactly
Mm-hmm.
like what I mean, I guess I get the idea of what they want us to do because the state is essentially being preserved in the like unique to the URI.
Mm-hmm. But
But
we're not clear on how to do that.
yeah, I mean, of course, that's why we're stuck. But I like I don't know what I guess what I'm trying to say is that
Uh,
like
what what if we clear the session after we have read from the toggle? We have read from the session sorted,
clear this session.
like set it to nil.
Would
So
that work?
so
I mean,
when we redirect, before redirecting, we want the session to be cleared because we are already, we already have that variable inside our toggle, inside our parameters. Yes. Yep.
yes.
So um, before we redirect, we want to clear the session. So like this. uh, so I want to have section colon sorted and set to nil. You see what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, so
I don't think there's supposed to be a do there.
uh, do is not needed.
I not with unless, right?
I think unless just expects a block and this is just a regular block.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
Okay, I think we can try this out. So I'll go ahead and clear any cookies.
Okay.
Did you restart the timer as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. I think the problem is with the do and end. How should I write this?
I guess I'll. Or, yeah, Google it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just without the do.
Okay, without the do. Okay. Okay.
Did you save?
Yeah, and
Stuck in the loop. Oh no.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so I do a sorting which works, and then I go somewhere else. It works, and keep your fingers crossed. It works.
Wow, it works.
And if I click movie title, nothing happens. Click again, nothing happens. At least one of the base case works. Now we have to,
It's
fix this.
stuck. Yeah. Huh.
Hmm.
Why is that happening?
Direct.
Sessions.
Okay, so
Oh, it's only getting it out of the session. Uh, actually,
yeah, so when we already have something in the session, the params, we were not looking at the params, but we have to, you know, give the params some priority. So maybe can we do this?
wow, this is getting really confusing.
Yeah, I agree.
The toggle is equal to. Okay, so if the params is empty, then uh, then it's fine. If you have params, well, then it's still gonna do the same thing though, right? Because it's still gonna go to the redirect with the session. Oh
Ah,
no, yeah, you're setting it to nil. I forgot.
yeah. So let's try that out.
Yeah.
Okay. think it will not work because of the existing session.
All right, time to switch.
Okay, so I just want to clear the cookies and then we can switch.
Sure.
Okay, so right now what we have is the fresh application, the first time the user visits, and then you want to uncomment the redirect. Okay, uh, I'll do a refresh. Okay, so everything looks fine. I'll do the sorting, works fine. I'll do another sorting, it doesn't work. And we are again going on to the redirect loop. It's actually redirecting to the correct URL, but then there's a loop, infinite loop that is going on.
Okay, so when the first time it was fine, and the second time the params should have the release date information in it, right? Actually, yeah, the
So,
toggle has the params.
so what happens when the user first visits the application? Our params is nil, session is nil. We don't do a redirect, and we store. Okay, we don't even store something. That's actually not right, or is it?
Well, sorry, what are you saying? So yeah, it's nil, and then session does not have a value because toggle is nil. Reading hash is an empty hash.
Yeah, we can. I think keep this part separate out. These are all the checkboxes happening. So for the sorting part, we just have to, think about the first few lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you remember what happened when I clicked on the link? The session had a value, and the params also had a value. Okay, so toggle got set to the value which was in the params.
Right.
But our session was not nil, so we moved here. We cleared the session, and then we do a redirect to our URL.
Yeah, so we do that redirect, and then it goes.
Down,
Yeah.
and
But
that's
that
that's
should be fun.
yeah, that should be fine because we are storing the toggle value from the params hash.
So it executes the rest, and then it comes back to index because it's going to actually. Why does it come back to index?
Because we are doing a redirect, maybe.
But the redirect is like to a hard-coded URI pretty much, right? Like why is, oh wait, yeah, because that's what the, yeah, that's so confusing.
Mm.
I don't think I really understand like what's going on with the redirect, to be honest. It's kind of like,
Are you
yeah,
sure when we do a redirect, the rest of the code also executes, or it's just breaks out from that point of method?
well, I mean, in this case, it should matter, but I'm pretty sure it does look at the. I don't remember where it was mentioned. Um, Google it, redirect Rails control flow or something.
Okay. So, Zara, I think what we want, if we have read
Yeah,
from the params hash, we don't
yeah,
want to redirect.
yeah.
We only want to redirect when we have read from the session, right?
We only want to redirect if we read from this session.
If we have got the value from the session,
Yeah,
and if we have read from the params, then we want to store that in the session.
right.
So maybe uh, let's just think about what I said. We want to redirect only when we have read from the session. So we will read from the session when params is empty.
Yeah, so you want to set some sort of flag for
We can just check these values if those are nil or not nil, that kind of thing.
right. True, true.
Okay, so maybe um, refactor it like this. Maybe you can do something like if the params is uh, okay, if params is not uh, in the next line where we were doing the unless, instead of doing unless, we can just check for if our params had a value.
For here.
Yep. Sorry, param sorted.
Oops. Yeah. Ah,
uh, so if this is defined, oh sorry. Hmm.
that's
Let's
yeah, that's what we want, right? We
I'll just write down some comments so that we can work on that. We want to read from the params and then from the session. So params should have priority over session. Okay, and then we want to redirect if we have read from the session, and we want to store in session if we have read from the params. This is what we want.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the first line takes care of the first point.
Right.
Okay, then we want to redirect. We have, if we have read from the session. So if we have read from the session, that means that our params sorted was nil,
Yeah.
but the first time the session sorted would also be nil.
Yeah.
So we want to redirect, like, if params is nil and session is not nil.
Okay. So unless
Mm,
you want to put that in the unless block in unless condition, right?
yeah, we can
So
do that.
I'm just gonna say if not session and uh,
Yes.
right.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so then we want to store in session.
If we have read from the params, so when we read from the params, if params is defined,
Yeah. So how do we do that?
so you see over
I
here,
should do it. Sorry.
here we are storing toggle. Instead of toggle, we can just store params colon sorted.
Oh yeah.
If params colon sorted is not nil, or unless params colon sorted is nil.
Don't know what's going on with my ID.
Mm, in Ruby, in Python, it won't work, but I think we're fine with Ruby.
That's fine in Ruby. It's just I'm hitting the wrong keys.
Okay, too much beer.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
No,
so we
yeah.
did we did some changes. So let's try to you know see what happens. Um, at least it's loading.
Wow.
Okay, I'll clear the cookies and then we'll try various things. Okay, so I click movie title, I click release date, it gets sorted, fine so
Okay,
far.
promising.
Yeah, and we have the URIs updating. We go to a detail page, back to movie list, still start sorted, release date, go to URI, back to movie list, still sorted.
Cool. Okay, so the sorting works.
Yeah.
Now we just have to do the
Checkboxes thing.
checkboxes. Yeah. So it's just the
Yeah,
same, I guess.
but the idea is same, but the question is, should we have release date, sorry, should we have sorting and filtering at the same time? I
Is
guess
it not stored in the
I guess
URI? Uh,
do you know what happened?
no, I don't. So it's time to.
We okay.
Do you
Who
remember who
was
was in? Oh, I was. Yeah. Okay, you're the driver now.
okay? So because we did a hard redirect at this point,
Oh, right.
we
Yes.
lost those values in the URL.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I was worried for a second.
I guess we'll need to keep the dev tools open for now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So okay, and then if I sort by release date, it works fine. But then if I do something like this, you see, this is the URL, but
Yeah.
it redirected to the sorted release date.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so now we have to do the same thing with the
So sorry.
checkboxes.
It's a bit small for me. I can't see in the URI. Does it show? It doesn't say anything about the sorting in the URI, right?
Uh, for this one,
But no, for like not the redirection, the request.
the request URL doesn't say anything about sorting.
It's just the check boxes. Okay.
It's just it just contains the data for checkboxes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I guess we'll need to combine these two things, like the string for checkboxes and string for the, what do you say,
Yeah,
the
but
Mhm.
will it understand that?
Hmm? Sorry.
Like you were gonna say that we want to combine to combine the sort and the ratings
Yeah.
because I'm not sure. I'm not clear on how that where does the sorting, how is that encoded in the URI? You
Okay.
have to.
Let me show you. So this is the part for checkboxes, right?
Yeah.
So right now, we'll always move to this sorted release date URI because of the redirect.
Yeah.
So let me comment that out for now, just for demonstration.
Okay.
If I do something like this
Yeah.
and,
So that should work.
and put an ampersand between them,
Yeah.
you see?
I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That I was just wondering that. All right.
Okay, so this is the kind of thing we want to have.
Okay. So that's pretty good.
Okay, and we can also get rid of the UTF-8 check mark. So, who? What character is this?
I can't even see. Um,
Percentage 5B.
no idea. Is there
I
something you can pick up on?
uh, I don't know how can I zoom. Can you
Oh,
try
you
that?
I'm just gonna.
Uh,
I'm just googling it. So %5B and 5D are they
Brackets,
are
angle brackets or
yeah, yeah, they're square brackets.
square brackets? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. These are the opening and closing square brackets.
Yep. 5B is the opening.
Okay. So Zarek, let's do it like this. Instead of redirecting,
Yeah, so you're the driver.
I'm the driver. Okay. Sorry. So we'll not redirect at this point. We will build a string and store it in a local variable.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I want to have this commented. And we have to do the same kind of sorcery for the checkboxes.
Right.
And I don't even remember. Okay, so we are reading from the params or session. This is what's happening over here. And if session, no, not sorted.
Check our
It should
readings.
be ratings. Oh, out. Not mail. And then we want to iterate on these, maybe.
Yeah. And we'll just accumulate the values in a string, I guess.
Hmm.
Right?
Um, what is the value of checkbox? Like, can
Checkbox is the dictionary, is the hash.
checkbox,
I mean, is it empty or not?
um, I think it's empty. Even
Params and session. They're both nil the first time, yeah.
it will be nil the first time, that's fine. But when user selects some checkboxes, you know, it will be a
Yeah.
hash. It will be a hash, but it will only have uh, the ratings G and R. Let's say user unselected PG13 and PG. It will only
Yeah.
have value G and R, and the key values would be one for both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, and what kind of string do we want to have? I'll just copy paste this for reference.
Yeah, just I should have that open in my browser too.
Do you need the link or you have it?
I don't, but don't worry about it. I'll just actually, yeah,
You should get a suggestion if you type agile hyphen
yeah.
rails.
Yeah, just realized because I went there earlier today.
Yep.
All right, I got it.
Hmm. So this is the kind of string we want to build up
Okay,
from, from our checkbox variable.
from our checkbox variable, right? Okay, so
we can just do checkbox.keys.each, maybe.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. This is we can just add it to the URL.
Yeah, which we did before, right?
Yeah.
So we want this part of the string. So can I do something like checkbox dot keys?
Why don't you just oh yeah, so why don't you just do uh like loop over the hash?
Okay, so our hash is a checkbox.
Yeah, and then do each, and then you have both the values, and then you just interpolate.
I don't need both the values because it's always one.
Oh, it's always one. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. Just go over the keys.
And
So then, just I guess
append.
you can use like the uh,
Can I
what's it
can I
called? The
can I?
angled bracket.
Oh, okay, like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. And if we want to interpolate like this.
Yeah. That looks like it should work.
Okay, I definitely can see some cases where it won't work.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, yeah. Also, it's not the best.
Why I mean an unexpected error end.
Sorry. Oh.
I'm getting a syntax error.
Mm, I don't see anything wrong.
Okay, it went away.
Oh.
Okay, so what if I didn't do anything with the sorting? I just played with the checkboxes. In that case, this
So we.
will not be set.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get rid of the root URL in this part.
Okay.
We'll have two different strings, and then based on which was what, we can build up the string.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll try something out. What happens if I put an ampersand over here? Will it work? It does work.
That's good.
Okay, so you understand what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter the order. So in the toggle part, we'll just build this part, and in the checkboxes part, we'll build this part.
Okay. Yeah, and you put it together at the end.
Yeah, based on which was what.
Yeah.
Who? So how should I do it?
Um.
This one is easy.
Okay. Is the checkbox keys, is that okay?
This
The
one?
loop? Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
mean, just like starting with the empty string, right?
yeah, we have to start with an empty string. That's okay. I guess we can.
But is it like will it make the right string?
Uh, do you see any problem?
Yeah, I think it should be fine. So yeah, I think it should be fine.
Yeah, now we have both the strings.
Okay. We have both the strings indeed. And now if
Can we just, you know,
should we initialize the URL toggle to an empty string so that when we add them,
yeah, you're right. Uh, One
or
other thing I was wondering is that, mm, no, that won't work. Okay. So should I set this to an empty string outside
uh,
outside the if block,
yeah,
or if we move inside the if block, it's fine,
yeah,
or else it would be nil.
right,
So I think we need to set it outside.
yeah.
Same with the URL checkbox.
But
Hmm. Time
okay.
for
Oh yeah, let's see if that works. Um, combine them. The moment of truth.
you see our controller, right?
Yeah,
They're
it's quite a lot of stuff in there.
okay. So where should I put the code to combine these two? And
I don't.
what?
It doesn't
What?
matter, right? We could probably just put it at the end. So it's time to switch.
Yep.
But
Let.
why don't you just finish it off? Just put them together.
Um, I think we can switch. I can guide you. You
Okay.
know, when do we want to redirect?
Oh, yeah,
I don't think redirecting always would be a good idea.
yeah.
We
So
we want to redirect if our this condition was true. Enter this condition over
right.
here.
Yeah,
This whole condition is true, or or enter this condition is true.
right.
So let's try that out.
So if this is true, or so if that is true, or
Maybe Zarak, we can do one thing.
yeah.
Um, we can just check the string that we have built. If those are empty, we don't redirect.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yep.
So I can just get rid of this. And so if we have, what are the string names?
One is URL underscore checkbox
Checkbox.
dot empty, maybe an or condition.
An or condition. Yeah, okay. And the other one is URL underscore
Toggle.
toggle. Yeah.
Empty, and this should be a unless, don't you think? If these are not empty, then we want to redirect. Either one of these are not empty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, unless. Okay, so unless URL checkbox is empty or URL toggle is empty.
Mhm. Then I have the format commented out at the top. You can refer that also. So it's
This
just,
one?
yep, just the root URL, and then I guess you can put a question mark and then append both the strings.
Okay, so I have root URL, question mark, and then
Okay, so before you save, okay, you saved.
sorry.
I was going to say that I want to clear the cookies.
I have a habit of saving like
Yeah, me too.
every.
Okay, I think I managed to delete it. Yep. Okay, so let's go to our homepage. It works so far. I click on sort. It works fine. I click on movie title. This works fine. I go to another page. Oops,
What?
we lost the movie title.
What happened to the movie title?
Oh,
Why did that? Oh, did we not put? No, it's there, and the sorted thing is there. Huh?
oh.
Wait, what did you do again? You hit the filters?
I just went to a different page and then back to this page. I guess I didn't refresh. I'm sorry. I guess I didn't refresh. But now I didn't clear the cookies. Wow.
Right.
Okay. I'm too scared to do anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I click on release date. It works fine. Click on movie title. Fine. Go to another page. Back to movie list. No. There's no redirection being going on. So this didn't redirect. This should have redirected to movie title, sorted title.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe there's something
I
that's confusing
I
about
guess I guess what's happening is that
I, you know what? Let me try rewriting this unless statement
Mm-hmm.
because it's a bit confusing. So if this is not empty
Mm-hmm.
or this is not empty,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because I think with the unless, it was kind of
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
kind of negating the whole thing.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay. I go to, okay. Now I click on release date. It works fine. Movie title works fine. Release date works fine. Go to another page. Back to movie list. Yeah.
Cool.
Movie title. Another page. Back to movie list. See. Okay. Time for checkboxes. I uncheck two of them. Click refresh. Oh, I think instead of the square brackets, we want to have that percent 5p and percent 5t, maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
So just do percent 5b for the opening bracket,
So percent 5B,
capital B, and
percent 5B. Oh, oops. What did I just do?
I was wondering, just do some control Z's. Hmm. So you want to, yep, remove the square bracket after the rating hash.
Yes. So percent
5
5B,
and then percent
and then
5t. Yep.
okay.
Let's
So I
save.
haven't saved yet. Did I
Let's,
save?
yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now it won't go to this URL. Why?
Rating hash. That's not right.
That's not right. Yes, it's not rating hash. It should be,
Should be just rating. Oh,
what was the URL again?
I think it's just rating, right? Ratings.
Ratings, yes. Okay, something happened. At least we got our application back. Okay, so refresh, then remove these checkboxes, refresh, being fine, then add one back. Okay, so far so good. So I'll just remove everything and have only G rating. And then we go to another page, back to movie list. Look at that.
Very cool.
And what happens if we do a sorting?
Good question.
Nothing.
Nothing.
My God. We are doing some redirecting.
So wait, did nothing happen, or I mean, it's not redirecting, or it is redirecting when you clicked on release date?
Uh, when I click on release date, let's look at the console. So it's trying to move to sorted release date. That's not correct.
Mm, yeah, that's weird.
So it goes to sorted release date and then it goes to ratings, then sorted release date, then ratings. And eventually we are back in the release date. I don't know how. Hmm. Can you see my dev tools? Yeah, I just
Wow,
so
that's a lot better.
okay. So you see, there's a very funny loop going on. First time we're trying to go to release date, and next we're trying to go to this portion. So one or the other is happening. Ideally, when I click on release date, we should be getting. Oh, so when I click release date, I'm getting this value from the params, right? But my ratings is coming from. Do you see the problem?
No.
Okay, so we did everything with the checkboxes. That was
Yeah,
fine. So we have this stored in our
in the session, right?
session. But now I click on release date. So this data is going into the params hash.
Yeah.
And we are building the URL toggle.
So time to switch. You're the driver now. Okay,
Okay.
so we're going into URL toggle.
Yeah. So we have this data in session. Then I click on release date. And this release date, this information is in the params hash. And where as this information is in the session. So when we are reading from the params hash, we are not really building this URL toggle.
When we're reading from the params hash,
Building
we're
this,
not building from.
building this URL toggle. It's the same with the the
Yeah.
string boxes. So in this case, we have your URL toggle is like empty, and only the checkbox is string is not empty.
Oh, right. I see. So,
What
wow. Okay.
what can we do? We can
Yeah, that's really problematic
so
because
we maybe I don't know how to do it, but maybe there's a natural. This is like the you know uh, natural. What do you say? Um, URL. So we are just appending our strings to the root URL. So this is the hard coded value of the root. Instead of appending to the root URL, if we just append to this URL, well,
Yeah, so you can use root path,
root path would give us,
would just give you the root path, which is
so
I guess slash backslash or
this URL.
mm, well that's the root that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So is that you wanted I thought you wanted just the oh yeah, no, okay. So you want just the last part, like the question mark sorted,
So
whatever is after.
uh, you know when we are reading from the param sesh, the value of the toggle, we are not
Yeah,
building this string, so this is empty. URL toggle
yeah.
is empty. So if we just, instead of doing root URL over here, if we can get this entire string and append any of our custom strings, because URL toggle would be blank.
Mm,
Is there any
yes.
way? Is there any way I can get this total entire thing?
I don't know.
Maybe we should ask Google. This is a helper, right? Is this a helper, or what is this called? Like, you have fruit underscore URL.
I guess it's a helper, yeah.
So do you see my screen?
Yep.
So it says we can use request.original URL to get the current URL.
Okay.
So do you want to try that?
Yeah, you're the driver.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
So oh, now we'll
Request
have,
original.
sorry.
Yeah, okay, so that's only gonna happen. I mean, even if it's empty, it'll retain the so yeah, okay.
I really don't have any clue what I'm doing.
uh
Trying things out
yeah.
because
It
we have spent too much time on to trivial things.
seemingly trivial.
Okay. Okay, that worked fine. So if I remove these checkboxes, do a refresh, it works fine. If I go to another page, back to here, still works fine. If I click on release date, hmm,
What happened? Oh,
why is it saying order by release date? Why is there a question mark?
do you think it's because of
Maybe
how we
I have an extra question mark over here.
yeah. So uh but without that question mark, yeah, actually it should be fine, right?
Almost there. Okay. I remove everything to refresh. Uh, Go to different page. Back to movie list. Okay.
Movies.
We we needed that question mark.
Yeah. So do you think it would work if we what can we do?
We have to just understand what's happening. That's it. Take a deep breath. Okay. Now when I do this, I refresh. It works fine. I go somewhere. I go back. Now,
So our URL is
so my
what's our URL? Our original URL.
um,
And what value do we have there?
it's just the index. This is fine. So right now our URL is movies question mark ampersand rating. The problem comes when I click on release date. So when I click release date,
Yep.
okay. So when I click release date, this is the URL, and
And then it adds the question mark and the rest.
why?
Because the other strings are empty. I mean the
So
actually
this is the redirect happening.
yeah.
So we have something in our what URL checkbox. This string is not empty, and our URL toggle is empty, right?
But if URL checkbox is not empty, then why is it Why is it not showing anything?
It's showing in the next one. You see, we have sorted equal to release date, and then
Oh, sorry, it was on the next line. Yeah, okay. I thought
yeah.
it ended.
So this is when I clicked the clicked the link. This is the URL
Right.
that was requested.
Yeah.
So we have uh, URL underscore checkbox. This string is not empty. So this is not empty. So we
Yeah.
move, so we move to this redirect, and this is the redirect string, right? Sorry, this is the redirect string.
Right.
So why is it redirecting to sorted equal to release underscore date and question mark? So this is the problem. We
Yeah. So yeah, so uh the question mark should only be there when we're not using the uh checkbox. So when URL toggle is empty. I mean URL checkbox. I mean, oh, oh man, I don't know. It's too late for me.
yeah, for me too. We'll just spend 10 or 15 more minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because if we get stuck this bad, it doesn't help us if we keep it along, keep going. Okay, so what we know is that our being redirect is happening in a different at a wrong URL. So maybe Zarak, we can try our debugger. What do you say?
Sure. And what are you looking what variable are you looking at?
Um, I'm interested in the request dot original URL.
Oh, okay, you just want to check the strings.
Yep.
All right.
So I'll delete cookies. Did I save? Okay.
Oh, yeah, so that was a switch thing again. Were you the driver?
I guess I was the driver.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just get rid of all the sessions. So you can't uh, access my browser. So I'll
Yeah,
do
you
the
just that part, yeah.
and if I click on release date, uh, okay, so we want to see request dot. Can you print out request dot original URL?
I have to open your
Okay,
terminal.
that's not a good idea.
Yeah, you just do it.
You can see it in the Hangout.
Yeah, and then what's in the URL? I mean, in the strings.
URL toggle is empty, and URL checkbox should have some value. These are fine.
Yeah, those are fine. So it's just because of that question mark. And if we get rid of it, then when they're both empty,
If they're both empty, we should not do any redirection, right?
yeah, we should not do any redirection. So then when the error was happening, when you got rid of that question mark, what was that error again?
Yeah. Uh, okay, let's remove this question mark.
I forget what happened.
Yeah,
It
me
was
too.
like a lot of red stuff.
Yep. Oh, I had to exit. Okay. So I uncheck the checkboxes, hit a refresh.
Okay, that worked.
That's working for like half an hour.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that anything works now.
Yeah. So this is the part where, if we remove the question mark,
Yeah, so when the request was can you look at the
info.
yeah.
So I clicked, this was the request. And in this case, we had a redirect and we wanted to redirect to this URL.
Why is the movies there?
Yeah, it's because it's basically the index page. It, these are both same, if movies or not movies.
Oh, okay. So but then in the string, it's creating the string with that movies part, right? And it shouldn't have that movies part in it.
The movies part is not a problem actually. We just need a
Oh,
question mark after the movies.
okay.
Okay.
Then what's the
So,
problem?
yep, I guess I know where the problem is. So, uh, can I do something hacky?
Sure. Well, how are we talking?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm supposed to be the driver if you want if it's easy enough.
okay, sorry. So I just want to duplicate the redirect to line.
The redirect to line?
Yep. And then put a question mark
Here?
on the first one, maybe. Mm, and then have an if condition
Where?
uh, right after the URL toggle, like in the same line.
Oh,
So redirect if param sorted and params toggle or params rating. These are both
Is it
uh,
rating or rating?
ratings. Yep, ratings. If these are both nil, and else just redirect to the next one.
You mean this?
Yeah, right.
Pretty long line.
We can, yeah, restructure it a bit.
So let's see. I'll do an if. Uh,
Copy, just copy paste.
yeah. Oh my god. You know what? You do it because I'm on my laptop, and it's kind of hard to. My screen is too small, and I have to scroll off, and
Okay,
so you do it.
I do it.
Yeah, because I can't even copy paste properly because my
Which
screen is so small.
which laptop are you using?
It's a MacBook Air.
Oh, so yeah, like this.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe get rid of the session. Go to movies. Ah,
It's a syntax error. You're missing an end.
where?
If I
Okay,
put it in,
okay. Thanks.
no problem.
Okay, remove the checkboxes. Click refresh. Go to some page. Back to movie list. Click on release date. Click on movie title. Click on release date. Check some values.
Wow, amazing.
It's not. It's not. We did a lot of hacky things.
I don't. I don't think I understand. Um. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, because the question mark was messing up only there.
Very, very poor technique.
Yeah. Well, we got it to work. Just have to figure out. I wonder what the grader is gonna say about this. I mean, if it's gonna complain or not. Like the functionality seems to be fine, but the grader, I wonder like how it's gonna test for everything.
Uh, I guess the grader can check for the URL.
Yeah, but I mean, like there's so many different ways people can do the URL, right?
Yeah, you were right. It's okay. I think we should be able to pass at least 80% of the test,
Yeah.
and the remaining, 10 or 20% we will figure out from the feedback.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, the feedback, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
There's I think there 2 assignments left after this one. Oh yeah, there's this week's that just ended. We have to do that assignment, and then we also have to do the final assignment, which is going to be released at the end of this next week. So 2 assignments still left. I think the next assignment shouldn't be that hard because it's cucumber and capybara.
oh, I don't know.
So since you're a pro at that stuff,
Uh,
maybe you'll be a bit.
I'm familiar with cucumber or BDD, but I didn't do any crazy stuff like this.
Yeah.
Zerk, I guess you need to deploy it too. Like, you can't submit my URL.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it was mentioned in the grade, in the assignment.
Oh, okay.
So, but first we need to commit and then push to Heroku.
Yeah, I don't remember who the driver was. I think it was me.
Okay. So you can start it. Open a terminal.
Oh yeah, it's a terminal. Like, is that the right? Should I shut down the server?
Yeah, we can. We have to push to Heroku anyway.
Okay, so shutting down server. Do you see that terminal?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna add everything.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, my terminal's messing up. Okay, commit, finish parts 2 and 3 because we didn't commit.
Yeah.
We didn't commit after part 2, right?
Yep.
So git push.
Heroku master.
Okay. So let me know what happens when you submit your. Are you gonna submit it now?
Yeah, I can do that. So
Okay.
I'll stop the broadcast.
All right.